What's good, everybody? You rocking with Czar for Christ. We got a story here. This is PA driver paused after realizing there was a strange animal on a road during a rainstorm. So, you know, let's go. Remember, a strange woman? Let's get it. Starting at Psalms 35, at the 1st to the 17th. A Psalm of David. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of of shield and buckler, and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that execute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame in that seek after my soul. Right there. These dudes are trying to seek after my soul, like trying to get me corrupted. They're trying to corrupt me so that I'm bad before God. Because they're like, if we corrupt your son, you gotta accept us because he's part of us now. That's why they beg for me to be here and beg to put me around their debauchery. Like, listen, like I'm a man. Like I'm not around your stuff. You guys run both ways. I don't. Like I don't run. I run the courts both ways. I don't run this life both ways. They're weird. Let's go. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Right there. That's what they want me to do. But I'm not doing that. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is so lit. Like, I'm not doing that. They want me to say, hey, you're forgiven. So that's why the fat dude came to ask forgiveness. Because I'm not forgiving Satan directly. So if I forgive him, I forgive both of them. Because they're one. You get it? They're tricky snakes. That's why they gotta burn in hell. They got to. There's no other place. There's no other place for that trash. They're human trash. They should have been wiped out, confounded and out to shame that seek after my soul. Let them turn back and be brought to confusion sense that sense my hurt. Let them be as shaft before the wind. That's when hay. Remember hay? Piece of hay fall a little. That just blows away. And let the angel of the Lord chase them right there. Who's here? I'm right here. I'm on them. I'm dealing with them right here. But you see that they got moving. Yo, didn't God say we got multiple? Whoa, hold on. Y'all just caught something crazy. You know how God says each member put it under submission, or else it's best cut it off, or you'll go to hell with it. Well, because they joined him, they literally became living, moving members of Satan. You know what I'm saying? Your wordplay members. He has members out here that work for him, that do what he says in this wickedness. What? Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. Right there, I'm doing that. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which in a pit that's hellfire, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Right there, yo, they trick people for no reason. They trick them just for them to get stronger. They make a lie. They trick them. They deceive them. What are they? Deceivers. They deceive them. Right there. Let destruction come upon him at unawares. Right there. Out of nowhere. Suddenly. Suddenly destruction. Their comfort now, sudden destruction. Out of nowhere. That means dying, absolutely. And let his net that he hath hid catch himself into that very destruction. Let him fall. How many people know about speaking things in a witchcraft language? They do many speakings. Is this many speakings? Nah, this is very direct. And this happens to you. That's why I be getting dudes wiped out. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor and the needy from him that spoileth them and spoileth them. What spoileth him? Right there. Yo, those that spoileth them. What spoileth him? Right there. Those that spoileth them. Like, so he understands the mass understanding, but what spoils him? Like, what is it to him? What is the spoil of him? What's his spoils of war? What is he getting for doing what he's doing? That's the question. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivers the poor and the needy from him that spoileth them. That spoileth him. False him. It is saying on him, like question mark him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good. I just told you I bought them water. And next thing they did was in my room stealing. They reward evil for good. That's why I stopped rocking with them. Because they're doing evil to the spoiling to my soul. And they're trying to make me do something to them. They're like, Jesus, hurt me. Jesus, wipe me out. No, I want to put you underneath. They are like, you don't know Jesus Christ. They don't know God and Jesus. They rewarded the evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when then were sick, my clothing and sackcloth, I humbled my soul with fasting. And what was that on? I was fasting in there right before your face. Like all you do is that run your mouth. That's why I said you're going to be dead, gone, bro. I was in here fasting, reading the word. You think this is the first time? Oh, the camera's there. Now you're watching. Son, while you were doing what you wanted to do, when you're up there in the sky, whatever you're doing, I was down here reading the Bible, fasting and stuff. You're gone. You're gone. They think that their elder status, their high status is going to stop it. Their age is going to prevent what's going to happen to them. It's not. God said I did better than you. God said I did. God himself said I did. You failed. And my prayer returned unto mine own bosom. Right there. The reason you failed is because you sat up there, you got there, and you looked around and you started feeling your own butt. You're like, wait, I made it. Hold on. I made it. I know more than people. I know this word. Then you walked around thinking that you had some superiority over someone, but you don't at all. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing and sackcloth, I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned unto my soul, my own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourneth for his mother. But in my adversity they rejoiced and gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects, right there, they gave abjection to God's rule. How can a human object to God? How? How do you abject to God? You haven't even died yet. What did I say I am? They're humans. You can't object to God. Gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They gathered themselves in secret. They did a secret covenant against me. They did tear me and cease not with hypocritical mockers and feasts. You hear them out there. They gnashed upon me, my soul from their destruction, my darling from the lions. Right there, yo. They don't want to be with the Lion of Judah, but they want to run against them. They don't want to be with the Lion of Judah, but they want to form a team to verse him. They don't want to be with the Lion of Judah, but they want to be in his way. Let's be around. Let's be near him. You want to know why? Hey, what I say? I get with wicked men. I don't heal them. They want to get healed. They're not getting healed by me because I won't heal them. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That last part is the reading for your reading here. Psalms chapter 35, you got 17 to 28. 17 to 28. And that last part was the reading for that one. Okay, now we got 2 Corinthians chapter 11. Let's ride. And then we're starting here at the 7th. I committed an offense in abasing myself that ye might be exalted, because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely. Right there. So because I'm preaching this word in the way I'm doing it, there are some people who's listening who's just saying, oh, well, I listen to them read it. I don't have to get involved. Well, if you're not doing the readings, you're going to go to hell because you're supposed to read it. How many times I say I completed? 5. So God's going to see you didn't complete it once. What is he going to say to you? Goodbye. That's what he says. You couldn't even read once, but you could talk and run around. Especially you rappers, you did much speakings into the earth, but you couldn't do what God said. He's going to throw you in hell. He himself is going. That's why I said no. I can't stop God. I robbed other churches taking wages of them to do you service. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was present with you. I was I was present with you and wanted. I was chargeable to no man for that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied. Right there. Even though they did all the stuff, I always found someone who had the knowledge, who had the items, who had the support. So even though they do what they do, I go find my supporter. You know why that's crazy? Because when I find my support outside here, they get deeper and deeper in hell. Because I have to go to other faculties. And in all things, I've kept myself from being burdensome unto you, and so will I keep myself. It's the truth of Christ is in me. No man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of Achia. Wherefore, because I love you not, a God knoweth. Right there. How do I have to worry about a man if God know? As long as God know, I'm good. As long as God knows, I'm not worried about man. God knows. But what I do that I will do that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that when we're in they glory, they wait they may be found even as we. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no, right there, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transferred into an angel of light. Right there, he's trying to hold himself high because he has knowledge that people have. Remember, light and lightning, wordplay of light. He's not light, he's darkness, but he's enlightening people. So because he's enlightening, they think that they're finding light. It's a false light, the light that's going to send them to hell. He offers the light, the lantern to hell. Before it is no great thing if his ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. If that thy I say again, let no man think me a fool. If otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Facts. That which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolishly, and this confidence of boasting. You only boast on God. I only boast about God. So I always win. Seeing that many glory after the flesh, I will glory also. Right there. They want to look, they want to praise their flesh. I'm gonna praise God. They want to do it, I'm gonna do it loud. They want to be loud with their music right now. I'm gonna be loud with God. Got it? They could do what they want. For ye suffer fools gladly, saying, ye yourselves are wise. You're so smart that they're your best friend. Let's go. For ye suffer if a man exalt himself. If a man smite you on the face, I speak as concerning reproach, as though we had been weak. Howbeit wherein ever any is bold, I speak foolishly. I am bold. I am. Let's go. Are they are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Christ? I speak I speak as a fool. I am more in labors more abundant, stripes about measure, and prisons more frequent, and death oft of the Jews. Right there. Yo, 5 times received I 40 stripes. Save one. Save one for yourself. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I, once was I stretched, stretched. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. I'm journeying off, often in perils by mine own righteousness, by mine own countrymen, in peril by in peril. Let me see. In perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the C, perils among false brethren. Right there. They play like they are my friend. But then they trick me. I'm in peril right now by all these things. All this stuff around me. All that's happening to me. I'm in peril. Your reading is 2 Corinthians. That was the part of reading you got to do. 2 Corinthians 26 to 33. 2 Corinthians 26 to 33. And that was 26. Time. Time for the crux, nigga. All right, let's rock. Nehemiah chapter 7, starting at the 61st. And these were they which went up also from Tel Melah, Tel Haresha, Sherah, Add on, and Imner, but they could not shew their father's house, nor their sect, whether they were of Israel. The children of Delilah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 640 and the two priests, and the priests, the children of Barpeleh, which took one of the daughters of Barzillai, the Koladite, to wife, and was called after their name. These sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but it was not found. Therefore, there were they as polluted, but from priesthood. Yo, right there. These dudes are men of the mountain. So they were polluted since they were like there. They were born into it, pollution, meaning they never wanted to turn, meaning they kept their way. They never left their way. They've been this. And that's why they got sickness. And it's okay. You don't even see them reacting because they just been with it so long. They lived their life like that. And the Tirahatha said unto them that they should not test of the most holy things till there stood up a priest with Urion and Thummim. The whole congregation together was 42,303, beside their manservants and their maidservants, of whom there were 7,330 and 7,300. 7,330 and 7. And they had 245 singing men and singing women. Their horses, 730, and their mules, 240 and 5. Their camels, 430 and 5, 6,720 asses. And some of the chief of the fathers gave unto the ark, to the work right there. All those numbers, that's God's numbers. Those are God. God only makes those numbers. Only God can do that. Lucifer doesn't have control of any mass number of people. He has control of a small sect, like 5 people with himself, and then he does sin. He doesn't have a group. He doesn't have support like that. Not like me. He don't got support like me. This dude can get wiped out. You know I am? He's stupid. Tirshatha gave to the treasure 1,000 drams of gold, 50 basins, 530 priests' garments, and some of the chief of the fathers have to the treasure of the work 20,200 pints of silver, and 67 priests' garments. So right there is and 7. It's letting you know it's and this with God. Like it's like smacking you in the face. Oh, he got 3 out and he with God. It's like a smack to the face with everybody. And 7. Like and what? Like that. And 1. That's what it's doing. And 1. So the priests and the Nethinims and all Israel dwelt in their cities. And when the 7th month came, the children of Israel were in their cities. Right there. God, God gives you home. God gives you a foundation. Only God can give you a foundation. Only God. There's no other way. Or else you will have nothing if it wasn't for God. Now we're at Nehemiah 8. Let's see. Nehemiah 8. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the streets that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord had commanded of Israel. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation, both of men and women, and all that could hear with understanding upon the first day of the seventh month. And he read here and before the water gate from the morning until midday, the man and the woman, and those that could understand, in the cedars of Neh. All the people have alternative after after alternate after to them unto the book of the law. Right there. Yo, they're doing this just to stop the book of the law. Everybody's acting, even on the cameras, people behind the scenes acting because they don't want the Bible to be learned. They don't want this book to be read. If they don't want this book to be read, why is like, dang, you got to read it. If I don't want some, look, if I'm intervening with you doing something so seriously and it's not harmful, why don't you do it? You know what I mean? Reading something. How can I stop you from reading? I can't. That's, yo, right there. Remember they're doing dreams of gold? You're chasing after your golden riches in the world, but your golden riches is in this book. Your golden riches is from reading this book. Like, that's why I'm gaining and being blessed, because I'm reading the book. Like, you guys are still trying to gain riches from the earth. You got to gain it through God. God only. Serve God, trust in Jesus Christ. Serve God, trust in Jesus Christ. Serve God, trust in Jesus Christ. 4. Serve God, trust in Jesus Christ. Right there, nigga.